welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to start working on the plastic pearl. Now the game plan for this boat's going electric with a trolling motor. We're going to have a functional steering wheel. Going to figure out the throttle somewhere. You're probably here because you watched us with the waterbed, which is final coat's drying, so we're done over there. Going to get started on this one. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to trace this out, get the plywood cut, we're going to get the foam cut, and we're going to at least get the first layer of resin on top of this plywood. So let's trace this out and start cutting. Alright, we got it all traced out, as you can see. And I think I'm going to kill two birds with one stone here. I actually put the foam board underneath of it, because if you look at this blade, ooh, it just stays off the concrete. So I'm going to cut this out, and we're already going to have one piece of foam board cut. And I'm doubling up on this. This, unlike the waterbed, this is going to be a flat hole. So let me get this cut. Let me set you guys up just in case something happens. You never know. Hopefully not.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, maybe you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed. Think you're something out of my nightmares, standing right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored of killing me?
Silhouettes of you are like a taunt. Never really know just what you want. With you I don't ever feel calm. I can feel the sweat inside my palms. Play with me like cats and a string. You don't understand the pain it brings. You don't ever wanna give me wings. You don't ever wanna set me free. You know I'm addicted to you, and it's twisted, you've been gifted with the evil voodoo. Got me coming back for more, even when I've been screwed. Dolls full of pins, pierce my heart straight through. I got issues in my head, I like you in my bed, but you keep me on red. Oh, everything is like a test. I better not text or I'll come off desperate.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, baby you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed. Think you're something out of my nightmares, standing right there. But if I lay down,
I'm just go through and score it with the razor blade. You can see we got maybe a 1/16 of an inch to go, but this is just too big of a piece to snap off, so I'll cut this into a couple pieces and it'll snap right off. First piece is done and out of the way. Second piece, I might as well cut this now, make it a little more comfortable and prop it up, and it's going to do the same thing, except for it's going to go a lot quicker because I don't have to cut through the plywood. So I'll see you in 2 minutes and 12 seconds. All right. We got both pieces cut. You can see we just about made it through with the blade, but we're going to sand this. I think we're going to round this a little bit when we put them all together. So in the meantime, we are going to resin the top of this. See? Top. So I don't screw it up. So let me get that set up.
Oh, it's a heat, but give me a couple of weeks and it'll look like a streamlined butterfly.
For the top of the boat, when I say top, I mean the part that goes inside the boat. We're going to be using polyester resin. Now this we cannot use on foam board. So we're going to throw a little piece on a piece of foam and see what it does to it. Heard it melts it. When we get to the foam, we're going to be going to the epoxy resin. So the only reason that we're using this is because I have this laying around, and why waste the epoxy resin? So let's jump on this. This also seems to harden quicker. So we'll be able to get back onto the boat if we use this on the top. So let me get this mixed up and spread on. This is the reason that you don't use polyester on foam, because it melts it. So while I wait for this to dry and that to dry, which I'm not happy with that at all. I'm gonna have to sand that and put one more coat. I think I'll go inside and edit. Put it into perspective. I'm only on one video into this and I'm already done with it, so I gotta go edit another, at least 2, maybe 3. So yeah, see you guys tomorrow. All right, next day here, and we're gonna put a drain in before we secure the foam board. It's just gonna be the easiest thing to do. As you can see, I already marked it where it's, looks kind of center. And the drain is just gonna be this, just a 90 with some 3/4 inch PVC, and with a threaded end on it. So I don't have a cap, but I'm not going to need that for a couple months. So let me get this drilled in, fiberglassed in. All right, that does not get much easier. So next up, now I already marked it. I got to put a channel into this. And because this is going to get flipped upside down and lay on top of here, the first board. I could just cut right through it. That would make my life easier, but I only got to go down like an inch. And this is a 2-inch board, so I'm going to try to figure out a way to get this in here. Let me look at some tools and figure something out. Okay, so it looks like a Dremel with the cutoff wheel is just about perfect. So my game plan is to put this in here and just pull it back and hopefully cut a channel. Now, I don't know how messy this is going to be, and I don't know if it's going to burn it or whatnot, but let's see what happens.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood in my tongue.
Right, I think that's gonna be pretty close. So I'm gonna go through and just polish this up, and I think we'll be good. I'm not gonna lie, it's not gonna get much better than that. And I did have to go through and put in some relief cuts, as you can see, where these little things were. But man, that's good. So I think we're gonna goo this up and get this first layer on here. All right, we're back in the garage. Next night here, and what we're doing here, we are starting, we're going to do a tow hook on this, but we are going to do our tow hook a little different from the waterbed. Waterbed's a V-hole, so tow hook's at the very bottom. Here, I'm going to have 4 inches of foam down here. So my game plan is, I'm going to mount this at the top, but I'm going to drop the eye hook down here so it will be underneath the foam board. Because if I were to pull it from here, it would be pulling the boat under the water. Just, you know, duck diving it. So we're going to circle back to this, and I think we're going to adhere the foam board to the bottom of this. To do that, if you watched the last video, you know we have a shit ton of silicone left. So we're going to go through probably about 3 tubes per board, and let's get going on this. Now, this might not be feasible for most people, but, you know, hey, I get this shit for free, so I'm going to use it up before it expires. Now, see, normally I would take this pile of foam board and throw it away, but ironically, we're going to need that for the third boat that we just picked up. We're going to circle back to that, though. All right, let's burn through some tubes.
Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Oh, yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh, yeah, I think that we've all had enough. It's too late to try to go contain it. A generation fueled by creation. We live lives on a small screen nation. We control the airwaves, no negotiation. I refuse to think we need saving. Something good will come from creation. And when we think that the world is too anxious, we'll adapt, evolve, survive and save it. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all...
Remember, guys, the keys to it curing correctly is equal weight distribution. That ought to do it. Well, she is all dry. It's the next day, and I think we got to reset. This garage is hammered. So let me work on that for a second. And then we'll decide what we're going to do today. Okay, we got the garage all clean, and so naturally, we're just going to go through and mess it all up. So all I'm doing here, as you can see, it's kind of rounding the edges, making it nice and smooth. Just using a sander with 120 grit on it. Basically, just go through, do a straight line, and then go back and forth and round it. This is all kind of boring. I'm not going to record this. This is going to take 10 minutes, and then we're going to put this aside, and we're going to start working on the fun part, which is fabricating. So, let me get this done. All right, change of plans. I decided, since it's like midnight out, we weren't going to be cutting and welding, so instead, I got the first layer down here, and it went on thick. And I made sure I went through and I jammed it in. Every little crack, pushed it all in everywhere, nice. Now, honestly, I don't even need to put the cloth on this and resin it like 6 more times. I'm going to, but I don't need to. I mean, this would be fine. So, yeah, I'm going to wait for this to dry. Hopefully, it'll be dry overnight. But even if it's not, it'll be dry enough for me to move it out of the way so we can start doing the metal work on this. And yeah, we did pick up another bed frame for free off a marketplace. So, that turns out to be the perfect metal for doing something like this, as you saw over on the waterbed. So, catch you tomorrow. It is a new day, and it's going to be a good day, because I just scored 2 ship's wheels. Right off Marketplace, 25 bucks, right in my own town. Guy had like 30 of them. It was a tough call. So I wasn't sure which one I wanted, so I made a deal for both. So in the meantime, while the bottom is drying out there, we have our bed frame that we got for free off Marketplace. We're going to go through and we're going to get this all basically down to clean metal. Just, you know, grind off all the nubs, get all the bars off, get the wheels off, just so we're dealing with angle iron, because today's focus is we are going to get the frame made, we're going to get the steering made, and then we're going to go out the back. And I actually have some pipe that I'm going to go right through the holes for the motor mount. But we're going to get to that in a couple of hours. So in the meantime, let me jump on this and start making some sparks. All right, quick mental note. Don't just measure the inside of this and cut, because this piece will end up being too long. You end up having to cut like a ½ an inch off of this total length to make up for the distance here on these bars. So for me, it was I think 57 3/4 for the long one, and I originally cut 27 3/4. Then I had to go back and cut it at 27 1/4. So I'm gonna get these cleaned. I'm gonna get them welded up. I'm gonna square these up on the ground rather than in the boat, because the boat, you know, it can switch. So if I square it on the ground, then the boat will end up being square completely. Not that that really matters, but better off doing it that way. So let me get my flapper disc out, get these cleaned and welded.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head.
Uh-oh. Yep, that's it. We're out of wire. This is going to slow us down because I don't have spare wire. Truth be told, I've never even changed a wire in this. When my buddy Kevin was here and made me buy it, we set it up with 12.5 pounds, and yeah, so I got to find wire and figure out how to change it. So, good thing I got the directions right there. We're going on a delay. Obviously, we were successful in reloading the welder. And next up, we're going to do some pre-drilling. This ain't worth recording. I'm just drilling a bunch of holes to make my life easier later on. And you'll see that in the future. So here we are. Boat is all nice and square. You can see I drilled all these holes. And the reason for the holes is they're going to go through not only the metal, but through the plastic on the boat. And they're going to go into the bottom of the plywood here when this is flipped over. So that should sandwich this all together really, really nice. And I think I'm going to go through now. I'm going to paint the corners and stuff. And we're going to call it a video on this one. So guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to share, subscribe, like, all that stuff that these successful YouTubers tell you. And in the next video, we're going to do the transfer mount and we're going to do the steering. And that should be fun. So thanks for watching, guys.